Good morning everyone. So now we will discuss the trend and outlook of global financial markets. If we talk about financial markets, they are having quite a good run. Yesterday, US markets ended with a gain, and even today, Indian markets are up and even Asian markets are quite up. If we talk about Nikkei is up by 56 points, SSI is up by 51 points, ASX is up by 21 points, and Kospi is also about 22 points. While if we talk about Indian markets, then Indian markets are also having quite a good run, as Nifty is up by 75 points and Sensex has gained 246 points. So all this positive run is due to improvement in the political sentiment, as on both the front, US-China trade talks and on Brexit, it seems that there will be a progress. So let's start first with the biggest move right now, and that is Brexit. If we talk about Brexit, then it seems we are heading for another extension, as Brexit deadline is recent happenings indicate that EU may grant another extension to Brexit to the EU, and after this there will be some improvement, as if they won't and Brexit deal is not passed by UK Parliament, then there will be a hard deal Brexit, and that's going to be very impactful in the negative way for the whole global economy. At the same time, if we talk about UK Parliament, then again in UK there was no discussion on Parliament on how Brexit will happen, as House of Commons Speaker John Bercow delayed the discussion on the ground that same bill can't be introduced multiple times repeatedly. Now today Johnson may again try to get a deal, and if he did get it through, then Britain may be on the way for delay Brexit. So all Boris Johnson need is 320 votes, and it seems quite a difficult task. Although there are chances it might happen, but there are also quite a lot of chances that it might not happen. But at the same time, there are quite chances that we will get a deal from EU to extension. So in this scenario, extension is given, but if we don't have any agreement in the UK Parliament, then we will head for general elections next month with extension on Brexit, which can happen till next year. So after elections, there's high possibility of another referendum, or maybe whole the Brexit will get over and UK will stay in EU. So that thing is getting quite a high probability right now, and if that happens, it will be good for the economy. So market is taking betting on that, and that's why it's quite high. And if we talk about US-China trade war, things are looking quite positive even on that front, or to some extent we can say, as Trump says deal is going well. But even though US and China are in tussle over Hong Kong, as US is supporting the Hong Kong protest and has voiced against China government raising its concern or by US companies helping the Hong Kong protest, but now in other issue, WTO dispute we have talked about, then China has asked for $2.4 billion from US for non-compliance of WTO ruling, and which US has stated that WTO has used wrong legal interpretation for the dispute. Still, Donald Trump and US officials believe that the talks are going quite well, and there can be a deal by next month. In fact, economic advisor Larry Kudlow also added that 15% tariff on electronic products like laptops, cell phone can be removed if the talks continue to go as per reported by Reuters. But on the other hand, US Commerce Secretary has added that things are not quite important right now. The more important is not the timeline, but the things get right. So this raised some doubt whether things will happen by the next month, but looking at overall scenario, it seems that we are heading the right path, and there might be a phase 1 deal by next month. And if that happens, that will be a great deal for the market. Although it's not a big deal, but that will change the sentiment, and if things continue to improve, then you might not know what can happen by the next year. Before elections are coming, so keeping that in mind, things get quite improved. But if we talk about economic factors, well, things are not looking good there. Like Germany's PPI has fallen by 0.1%, and that means that producer price index, which shows inflation for the producers, has fallen by 0.1%. Although it is in line with the forecast, but still it's a fall, and it again implies that Germany might be heading for recession. So it again urges question by the central banks and its government to raise debt and give some fiscal stimulus, as that might revive the economy. And also IMF has added that it's this stimulus by the governments and from central banks which has kept slowing less slow. Like it would have fallen to 0.5% more if central banks haven't given the stimulus. So given that in mind, Germany's lobbyists are pointing out to Germany that they should in fact go for stimulus by the fiscal department. And also if you talk about in all these factors, markets are positive, but we can't say same about gold, as gold is fallen below 1490 on the same ground, since positive sentiment goes against the gold because gold is safe buying, and if positive sentiments are high, then gold is going down. And in the same tone, oil prices are also down because in oil market there is more concern about weak demand and weak economic scenario more than the political sentiment right now. So this seems that oil market are focusing more on economic fundamentals than the political sentiment, and that's new because oil is said to be more dominated by political sentiments. And right now it's the economic fundamentals that are impacting more impact. So that's all for right now. If you like our video, then like it, subscribe to the channel, and for more videos like this, stay updated with us.
आपको अगर हमारा वीडियो पसंद आया है तो इसे लाइक करें, साथ ही YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और मोर अपडेट्स जानने के लिए बेल आइकन को दबाना ना भूलें।